These are my gold mines. These are my weapons. That's why it's so important to make sure we have the right pair of boxing gloves for our training. What I'm going to go through is boxing gloves that I've used in the past, and I'm mainly going to go through the 16-ounce ones, as that is what I use as an MMA fighter. I use them for my drills and I use them for my sparring. First off, Sports Direct ones. I've had them in the past and don't get them. Long story short, don't get them. They're cheap, so you think, oh, sweet, £15. But they're definitely a waste of time. They've got no support on the wrist and you will injure your hands. You are much better getting a higher end product. I'm going to say RDX. If you're going to go beginner, get RDX gloves. I've never had them personally, but I've used the MMA gloves and they are good quality for the price you are going to pay. They are the best beginner brand. Next off, Twins. They are okay, but I don't find I'm punching with my knuckle. By that, this is the knuckle I want to punch with. This middle one and this one here. And when I'm punching in Twins gloves, I feel like I'm punching with these knuckles here. So I'm not really getting the full impact when I'm throwing a punch. And that is a very Thai style sort of glove. Very like this. I'm not hitting with the good juicy part, the one that's going to help knockouts. So when you go into a fight, you're kind of punching at a little bit of a different angle because your wrist is angled like this a little bit. And for that reason, I'm not a massive fan of Twins, but I did own them for a year. I've had two pairs in the past. I've had the ones where there's no wrist. So it's literally straight there, and I've had a sparring pair. The sparring pair were very hard to get my hands into. They were very tight, and even when I did, it was like this bit I was hitting with. So for me, they weren't the best price. They are reasonable. They are about £80, obviously depending what style of gloves you get in and where you're buying them from. Next pair is Top King. Now these are better than Twins in my personal opinion. They are fairly big though. They're 16-ounce, but they feel quite big on your hands. They are very wide. But I do use them now. I use them for drills and sparring, and I've got a Velcro pair. So I do recommend them, and like I said, they are reasonably priced like the other ones, about 80 quid as well. But a note to self, don't put them in the washing machine because you will break the stitching, and that is what I have done. But if you're going to get a pair in Thailand, Top King are a good pair to get. I would get another pair of them. I'm most likely going to get another pair as well, as mine I've currently broken. They have lasted me maybe 3 years, 2 years potentially, training every single day. So Top King for 80 quid, they are pretty good. Now Rivals. First time I put them on, I thought to myself, these are a proper boxer's glove. It felt like my fist was fully closed in the glove and I was hitting with the knuckle. First time I threw a punch with them, I knew these were my favourite. They are tight and they are compact. So you see these in the background, these are 16-ounce. They are tighter, they're not as wide as the Top King, and they're nice and compact how I like it. I get lace-ups of these. Prices range from £90 to £220. The ones in the background, these are £220. But I did not pay for these. I found them. And they were, I'm going to say, unclaimed. They were not claimed for potential 4 weeks in the gym. So I took them because no one took them, out of lost property, and they were brand spanking new. So they were £220 that I saved myself on, but the ones that I usually get are about 140. I have 4 pairs. I have a bag pair that are in Velcro. I have a lace-up pair in 10-ounce. I have a lace-up pair in 14-ounce. And then this pair that you can see on the screen, this is my 4th pair, but technically I didn't pay for them. The bag ones I got were £90, and the 10 and the 14-ounce I got, they're both, I believe, £160, but I get a discount code by Googling 10% discount code on this site, get them for £140, and then these are worth £220 in the background. They are my go-to of gloves. They're my favourite gloves, and I will probably stick with them until my career is done. But why do I choose Rivals over the premium brands? By premium, I mean Cleto Reyes, I mean Winnings, I mean Grants, and by this, I mean any gloves that are above that £250 barrier. I in fact tried some Cleto Reyes on today, and I don't like how the fist sits in the glove really. It's not really how I particularly like it. But when I tried Rivals on and I tried Winnings, I couldn't tell too much of a difference. And to me, it was a big jump up from spending £80 to £150 anyway, because that's nearly double. It's pretty close to double. And I thought to myself, can I justify spending £300 on one pair of gloves? And if you're not raking loads of money in, for me, I can't justify £300 on a pair of gloves. Like I said, I have 4 pairs of Rivals. That's £1,200 just on gloves. And the amount I train, they are probably going to stink. And I'm going to have to buy some new ones just because they stink that bad before they get fully worn out. And the question is, or the statement is, you want to find the right balance between quality and price. And for me, that was the Rivals. It was a little step up in the price tag, and it was a big step up in the quality. But was it worth going that extra mile in price for the quality? And for me, not so much. Rivals were here in the quality. And you can look at these other brands, it's all personal preference. I didn't find it all the way up here. Whereas the top kings, they're down here. Rivals are here. And the other ones, personally, I think Cletos are worse. I think they're worse than Rivals, but that is a personal opinion. And I just looked at the correlation between quality and price. And that is why I choose my Rival gloves as my go-to. And I got... No, I haven't got any in here. But I currently have 4, and I'm going to say only my 10-ounce ones are breaking now after 2.5 years, potentially. But that is what we do, because we're built different round here. And if you haven't subscribed already, you already know what to do. Get that button clicked. I will see you tomorrow. Bish, bash, bosh, pow!